What's next for Gabriel Bonfim after he just picked up the biggest win of his career against the former UFC welterweight champion Belal Muhammad, now moving to 20 wins and one loss in his career? What do we have next for the number five ranked welterweight contender in the world as of today? He went on the microphone with the help of Fabiano and called out a very interesting choice, Jack Della Maddalena, another former UFC welterweight champion who also, as we know, is on a two-fight losing streak, but has the win that shares a common trait with the man in question, Gabriel Bonfim, and that's against Bilal. Remember the name Muhammad. Jack Della Maddalena defeated him 5 rounds, unanimous decision, same like Gabriel Bonfim did. Now, Gabriel's scorecards might have been better than Jack Della Maddalena's, but this wasn't for a UFC welterweight title. And what also Gabriel Bonfim and Jack Della Maddalena share in common is that I was at this fight live, Fight Night, Denver, Colorado, 2 years ago. Gabriel Bonfim defeated Ange Loosa 3 rounds, unanimous decision. And when Jack Della Maddalena made his Contender Series debut back in 2021, he fought Ange Loosa as well to a 3 round unanimous decision and would make his way into the UFC and become the welterweight champion of the world. And after he became the welterweight champion of the world, he would take on the lightweight champion, the number one pound for pound fighter, Islam Makhachev, in a super fight. Unfortunately, he would be on the opposite end of the 5 round unanimous decision, and he would lose his belt. And on top of that, he lost in his hometown of Perth, Australia last month to the current ranked number two welterweight contender in the world, Carlos Prates. Now, if you ask me, if Gabriel Bonfim wants to challenge himself and not take on somebody who is on the skid like he just did with Bilal Muhammad, then here's another interesting opponent, Sean Brady. And we all know that Sean Brady has the loss to Bilal Muhammad 4 years ago back at UFC 280. And that's the common opponent that both Sean Brady and Gabriel Bonfim share because Sean Brady lost to Bilal and Gabriel Bonfim just defeated Bilal. But what could make this matchup very interesting is that he wants the quick turnaround, and Sean Brady has a home field event coming in August in UFC 330 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And unlike Jack Della Maddalena, Sean Brady is on momentum after losing to Michael Morales, still has victories over Kelvin Gastelum, Gilbert Burns, Leon Edwards, beating him in his home country, and then he would fight Michael Morales and then would lose, but who is undefeated right now. And then he would get TKO'd in the first round, continuing Michael Morales' undefeated record. And yes, he does have the loss to Bilal Muhammad, just like Gabriel Bonfim has the loss to Nicholas Dalby. If you ask me which losses are worse, the one loss to Dalby or the two losses to Muhammad and Morales, I would go with Muhammad Morales any day of the week. And then he responded from that loss, Morales, by defeated the number nine ranked welterweight contender, Joaquin Buckley, and just destroyed him. So if you ask me if Gabriel Bonfim wants to challenge himself for a more difficult opponent, then you want to fight Sean Brady.